Hello everyone, welcome to a Facebook Live with Ronda on my Creating Success with Ronda Wade site. I'm going to warn you right now, it's a lunch break. I've been waiting all day to do our Facebook Live, and then right now they're resurfacing the parking lot, which is why I was not here yesterday. Literally, as I was getting ready to start as well yesterday, they came in and said we had to leave because they are, because they are wanting to resurface the parking lot. So anyway, we are, today instead, we are coming to you, but they just got here again, and they're putting in the stripes in the parking lot. So if there's a little bit of background noise, I'm hoping it's just temporary. They literally just started. So today I have 3 super cute, really pretty, and simple cards for you to be able to copy. If you are aware of any of the Stampin' Up world, you'll know that today is the biggest stamp sale of the year. Actually, probably for the last 2 years. One thing Stampin' Up is known for is their incredible stamps. They are so unique and beautiful and very high quality. And they never go on sale. Very, very, very rarely. I mean, again, only the time I've been a demonstrator, which is over 20 years, their stamps have only been discounted that I know of 2 or 3 times. So because they're worth every penny. They don't need to be discounted, right? They're awesome. So today is one of those days, and it's for 24 hours only. So I can post the link so you know which ones are on sale, but there's like 59 different Stampin' Up stamps that are on discount for 15% off. So today I had a really cute Christmas fun fold card to show you, and I'm gonna I'll save that one for next week. So today instead I threw together 3 cards. I say throw together because I haven't even made them yet. They're like all up here in my head, and I am going to put them onto paper when we get making them together. So hopefully they're beautiful. So we're going to make 3 different cards with 3 of the stamp sets that are on sale. Now there are a ton of other ones that are awesome. I actually have quite a long wish list of ones that I want that I haven't gotten yet out of the brand new ones out of the annual catalog. And of course, the ridiculously awesome stamp set, the one that I designed and worked with Sean Douglas, is on sale too. So they're 15% off, but just for today. So let's jump in and get started. I think I've chatted a little bit enough. Hopefully you guys are ready to make some cards. And the biggest thing when you're making cards is you've got to set aside that time to be able to get, crafty. So set aside that time. And for me, it's our lunch breaks together. That is when I love to do some stamping for you. And these are just some 3 simple, beautiful, easy cards that you can copy. All of them are going to be featuring the Good Taste paper. So do you guys have any of you already ordered yet from the sale? So you get 15% off of there's like 59 stamp sets, and they're really awesome ones. The Good Taste paper is all about texture and all about wood grain, but not just wood grain. There is like tile, there is like suede, there is fabric looking. This is the paper that we are going to use today for our Facebook Live. I'm really excited about it because you guys all know this is like one of my favorite papers. But we're gonna use it in a little bit of a different way. I think it's a little bit of a different way. It's a way that I don't typically use very often. So let me start with the very first card. We're gonna be using the stamp set Dandelion Wishes. Dandelion, this is actually, I have it here in the wood. This is like the old wood because this came out like 3 years ago when the wood was still around. So now when you get it, it'll be in the cling. But this is by far one of my favorite stamp sets. So if you don't have Dandelion Wishes, you're gonna wanna get it, and you're gonna wanna get it now, today, when it's 15% off. So what I've done is I have went ahead and we are going to be using the Blackberry Bliss is the color cardstock we're going to use. And then I have some Smoky Slate, some Whisper White, and then this is a piece of the Good Taste paper. It looks almost like spackling or paint. It's just like a white, it's a white piece. So I've cut this 3x4 And my smoky slate piece is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So afterwards, I will put all of those up in the subject line. It's good to see all of you on here today. It's a beautiful day in Michigan. How is it where you guys are? It's going to be in the 80s today. So my son has soccer practice and my daughter has volleyball. So it'll be a busy night, but I'm really excited about the weather today. Also today, I am kicking off a new training series with my team and my training clients, and I'm excited about that too. Helping demonstrators learn how to, make goals and make money and earn the incentive trip. And so that's starting, I do the recording today, but it goes out, tomorrow. All right, so it's a very fun day around here. Both, training and computer work, but also we get to do some crafting together today. All right, so this is our Blackberry Bliss, and I have scored it in half and folded it. So the next thing I do, which I love to do, is just take color on color, and I embossed this piece. This is 5 1/4 by 4 with the little dainty flowers. This is definitely one of my most favorite embossing folders. So it is, it just puts these beautiful little tiny flowers there in the background. So before I go on, let's go ahead and do our stamping. We're going to stamp using Dandelion Wishes, and what is going to be, I think, really cool about all of this is that we are going to stamp directly on this In Good Taste paper. So we're stamping directly on our designer series paper, which we don't typically do. I know I don't typically do that. Usually we stamp on white, but this one we're going to stamp directly on there. Again, mine's a wood mount set. Yours is going to be the cling. I'm telling you that if you don't have this Dandelion Wishes, you are going to want to make sure that you get it today. So this one says, wishes for a lifetime of love and happiness. Actually, I want to use this one. Sending well wishes your way. I know some people who are sick right now, or not feeling well, or just struggling. So I want this one. This is the one that I'm going to use. So I stamped on there with basic gray. This is sending well wishes your way. And then next I'm going to stamp one of the dandelions. There's like 2 different ones, and I love them both. I'm thinking I might do this one, because I like how the dandelions kind of, feather across there. So this one is going to be in the Blackberry Bliss. So I got to look at this. So this is why we don't have wood stamps anymore. I'm just going to hope and pray that this goes in the right place. With our new ones, yeah, it looks great. So there's our little dandelion stamped across the top there. Let's see if I can get it without a glare. So you can see, and I stamped that in the Blackberry Bliss, and then the words are in your basic gray. But what makes it so beautiful is that we're stamping it on the In Good Taste Designer Series paper, this one that's kind of like the spackling, or the white, it's like a white wash kind of look. So when someone gets it, it's really extra pretty. Hey, while I have my stamp out and my ink, go ahead and stamp your envelope. We don't want to have, remember, no naked envelopes. So I'm going to go ahead and just stamp my envelope here so it matches my card. Isn't that cool? So make sure you stamp your envelope to match your card. So we want to not have envelopes that are naked. All right, so I'm going to glue this down to a piece of our smoky slate that I already have measured, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And, oh goodness, put that right down there. And then, before we glue this down to our piece that we already have ran through, I want to do a couple of my favorite, some of my favorite little things. One is we're going to add ribbon. And we're going to use this, and I haven't used it in a while, and I pulled it out today. It is this is like the white crinkle ribbon. Yeah, it's Whisper White, and it's like a really soft, crinkly ribbon, seam binding. And I'm going to wrap it around twice. And then we're going to tie a bow with that. So Ronda's going to attempt to tie a bow. That's always not my biggest forte. But what I love about this ribbon is it's so soft, and it does not add any bulk to your card. So if you're gonna mail this, it won't give it any extra postage. Sometimes when you use really bulky ribbon, it can add on extra postage. So there's that, not bad. And I'll trim off the edges. And then we'll take our little focal point that we did here, and I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of it, and then we're going to add it to our card. So what I did is I went through the sale list and picked out some of my favorite stamp sets that I owned. There was actually quite a few that I didn't own that I still want to get. I don't have the Zany Zebras yet. I loved that. There's quite a few. There's a couple Christmas ones on there too, guys, but they're all from the annual catalog. So, but some of them are brand new that just came out. Obviously, my real favorite was the Ridiculously Awesome, but you guys have seen me use that like 100 times. So I wanted to use some ones that I haven't used in a while that I really love. So I went ahead and just wrapped around the ribbon twice and then tied a bow right here. And then we are going to attach this to our card with, again, some dimensionals. Whenever I do that color on color, tone on tone, I like to pop it up. So then that way it gives it some of that dimension. I love that you guys are from all over the country, actually all over the world. So cool. It is, again, like I said, it is a beautiful day here in Michigan. We're very, very blessed by today. All right, so there's our card. Because we're doing it in a dark type cardstock, I like to always put a piece of paper in the middle, and it's Whisper White. So again, let's take, I'll take the Blackberry Bliss again, and then I'll just take the little dandelions that kind of float across the sky and put some of those inside there. And then that I will glue down to the inside of our card. All right. And then there, that is card number 1. You have a beautiful, and it says sending wishes your way, with our Blackberry Bliss and our, what do you guys think? Let's see if I can get a here without it being at a glare so you can see. There we go. So, I'm not done yet. I gotta add 2 of my favorite things. First thing I'm gonna do is add on some Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella, just to give it a little bit of sparkle, and it actually blends a little bit of it as well. So I added some Wink of Stella, and then I also added, we're gonna add some sequins. This is how I store my sequins. I store them in clear stamp, the thin clear stamp cases. And then, so like this one, I have my sequins and my little dots on here. So this is what's gonna make this card beautiful. Look, I'm gonna put, this is the artistry embellishment sequins. Something like that, I can find the name of it. But I'm gonna sprinkle on, there's like a big one there in the middle, and I'm gonna sprinkle on a couple little ones around here. But that is what's gonna make this card so sweet and special. Are gonna be some little added sequins. The artistry sequins. I don't have my little thing that tells me, but this is how I store all of my embellishments, my rhinestones, my pearls, and then I keep them in a clear CD case holder. That's one of my favorite ways to store my embellishments. So now we have a beautiful card because it's got Wink of Stella, it's got the sequins sprinkled on, and it is, I'll take some pictures when I get a good picture of it, and I can post it for you. But this is our card, our first card. And then we have our next one is, let's see if I do this, if this helps at all. Okay, well, our next one is going to be using Smoky Slate. And Smoky Slate, I'm gonna be using Smoky Slate and Blackberry Bliss again. Exact same color combination. And I'm gonna be using the exact same supplies. So this one is, again, that in Good Taste paper has that whitewashed look on it too. So one of the other sets that is on sale is the His Love stamp set. I just did a Creating for Christ class with this, and it was one of my favorite ones that we've done. So, see, this is the exact same color combination that we have. There we go. Now you can get a little bit of a better view. Same as that color combination. Blackberry Bliss, Smoky Slate, and then just the white and that. And that's exactly what we're gonna use on this card, but just we switched it around. It's the smoky slate cut in this direction. And then we're just gonna go ahead and fold that in half. This is cut our hot dog style. So it's the 11 by 4 1/4. And then this embossing folder, I used the scripty one. Remember that? I used that last week. This was the card that I showed you last week. So if you missed my Facebook Live from last week, you can go back, and I used it here as well. I love that scripty embossing folder. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use the same ribbon. I love to be able to show you using a lot of the same supplies, but just in a different way. And then it will, like, okay, I can take what Rhonda's doing and then I could just change it up a little bit. And I'm gonna use a different stamp set this time. So we're using the His Love. But this time I just switched up the background. So the background is gonna be the smoky slate and my layer is gonna be the Blackberry Bliss. But I love this color combination. All right, so I did the same thing, tied a bow, but this time just go in the opposite direction there. All right, we're going to do the same thing where we are going to stamp on our piece of designer series paper. And we're going to be using, now I get to go back to, thankfully, using some clear mount stamps. It's funny, I used to love the wood ones so much until you start using the cling, and then you realize how much you love those. All right, so I'm going to take the cross. This cross is gorgeous. And we're gonna stamp that with our Blackberry Bliss. And we're gonna stamp that here on our paper. Just like that. Isn't that beautiful how it's stamped directly there on that wood grain? And let's see, I'm gonna clean my stamps because otherwise I won't, and then they'll be filthy dirty. Do you guys love the chamois? I love the chamois. I don't know what we did without it before. I love it, love it. And then I'm gonna take the words faith. Again, making just some uplifting cards. World Card Making Day is coming up. Oh gosh. It is like a circus in here today between the guys outside and then my dog. There you go. So we're stamping faith right down there at the bottom. And we're going to mount this onto, a lot of people you gotta keep the faith right now. This is a great reminder of that. And we're going to mount that onto a piece of the Blackberry Bliss. And this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Got some of that glue hung over there, just tuck it back there. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So there we go. We are going to, isn't that beautiful? You can't even tell. I know you can't tell how pretty it is until you see it in person, but it's so pretty. That cross. We're gonna put a wink of Stella on that and some sequins on that too, and trust me, it's really, really, really pretty. All right, and then we're gonna put some dimensionals. I love using my dimensionals. After they're all gone, I just go ahead and snip, and then I still use them. So they say you get 300 dimensionals, but you get way more than 300 because you just snip up those edges. And I love the little skinny ones. I use those a lot. I save them specifically for certain projects. All right, so this is gonna go on our card. Again, the smoky slate on smoky slate. And then we're going to layer this one. So this is the His Love. This was a brand new stamp set just recently. So I love that it's already on sale. A lot of times when they do sales, they're trying to get rid of the ones that don't sell very well, but not this time. They chose some of our most popular sets and put them on the sale. So look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. And then we're just gonna take the Wink of Stella, and I'm gonna add that. When you add Wink of Stella, it also gives it like a watercolor look to it. I wish you could see up close what it does, but I'm just gonna add it in there, and it totally gives this almost a different look. And so I'm just different bits and pieces. I'm adding the Wink of Stella, so it definitely adds the glimmer and the glitz and the glam, but then it also just adds that really pretty, like a watercolor look to it. Hopefully you can see how it did that. All right, and then let's go back to our sequins like I showed you before. And We're gonna go to the one that is, actually could probably add any color at all, but I'm gonna add these really beautiful, they have like all shades of like purple, and add one right there to the middle, and voila. So you have this very special card. So 2 cards using the same supplies. Let's show you that. I see we just got a bunch of people who joined us. So our first one, today is just about 3 simple, gorgeous cards using the stamp sets that are on sale. Today is just a 24 hours. So if you snooze, you lose. You have to go back and pay full price. But today, if you put the order in, there's 59 really awesome stamp sets. So these are the 2 that I just made. I got one more to show you. And I featured one of my best, this one is the His Love stamp set, and this one is the Dandelion Wishes. So people who follow me probably already own those because I've done classes with them. And here's the His Love. I'm gonna clean that Faith and put it back before I close that up. That way I don't forget to do it later. There you go. So it's got beautiful stamp set. Love this one. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna show you one more card. If you guys are still sticking around, we're gonna use the beautiful Friendship. This was new last year and was my favorite stamp set out of last year's catalog. So it's on the sale. What I think I love the most, same thing about Dandelion Wishes and this one, is that obviously the flowers are beautiful. They're beautiful flowers, but I love the words. The words are different, unique fonts that are, I just love them. So for this one, we're going to switch up the colors. We're not going to do the same ones we have been doing. We're going to do Misty Moonlight and Pear Pizzazz. And let's see here, I've got my colors here. And then I also have some of the twine, Misty Moonlight twine out of one of the ribbon combo packs. All right, but we're gonna use some similar concepts. We're gonna take another piece of the In Good Taste paper. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you love it. I love it too. This one is a wood grain. So it's one of the lighter color wood grains, and I'm putting it with soft suede. The soft suede actually goes really, really good with this. And then I was thinking I could use pinks and purples, but I'm not. I want to use my favorite color, Misty Moonlight. So again, I ran it through an embossing folder. So this is the 3rd embossing folder I've used today. And I'm gonna do this one, I ran through the wood planks embossing folder, which this was a brand new one I just got, because I've already had 2 other wood planks embossing folders, but they all broke. They get broken when you use them a lot. When my customers use them a lot and don't know what they're doing, they sometimes break them. So that's okay. That's what you're there at my classes for, is to learn. But that meant I had to buy a new one because I love the wood planks. That was one that I would use and do use a lot. So I just tied around that Misty Moonlight twine, and I tied it around twice and tied a bow. And again, this is that hot dog style, so I cut it 4 1/4 by 11. And we are going to fold that in half, do the same thing where we're gonna put this around the edge of our card. All right, the guy is back with a pink stripe, so we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud. Yesterday I was waiting for it to not be loud, and then they end up coming in and just kicking me off. So that's why, if you missed me yesterday, I missed you too. I had already had my project ready. So we're just gonna do it next week. It's a really neat Christmas card with a fun fold. So I'm already ready for next week, but they're resurfacing our parking lot. And then the guy all of a sudden came in and said, you have to leave because we're gonna lock you in here and you can't get out. So it was right about lunchtime. There you go. So Misty Moonlight, I layered it with the wood planks, and I did color on color, which is something I love to do, and you guys know that. And we're gonna stamp directly on the wood grain paper from In Good Taste. So that's what we did. This is a little bit of a different pattern than the first 2. The first 2 I use it's like a white spackling. Can you see that? But look how cool that is. This one is like a really light wood grain. So we're gonna do, oh gosh, I couldn't decide if I should do the hydrangea flower or the roses. They're both so pretty. Oh, I think I'll do the hydrangea. Look at the stamp set. It is well loved and well used. I love this. And in actuality, whenever I stamp, I like to do the words first. So I'm going to do birthdays are the best. It's always good to have, actually I lied. I'm gonna do a very big congratulations and best wishes to you. I feel like I've been using that a lot. The people that have been like promoting in my team, friends that have been, or people that have been graduating and doing all kinds of things. Let's do a congratulations cards. I think I could use one of those more than anything. So I'm gonna stamp that down here in the bottom directly on the wood grain. There you go. A very big congratulations and best wishes to you. Let's see, I got my finger there, but that's okay. I'm gonna cover that up. And now we're gonna decide which flower that we want to use. I definitely am gonna pull out my paper piercing mat or the piercing mat so that I can get a good image when I stamp that. Whenever you use photopolymer, just every time you use photopolymer, always use your little pierce mat. That's what you wanna make sure that you're gonna do. So now I'm gonna go to that hydrangea, and we're gonna do that. And I am gonna stamp this once, and I'm gonna stamp it on the envelope first because I don't want it to be as dark on the wood grain. So, but I'm not gonna waste that ink. I'm gonna stamp it right down here on the envelope so that I can, there, now my envelope is already stamped. See, isn't that smart? Saves you one little extra step. But now I can take this, and it's gonna be not quite as dark, and I can stamp that. Oh, it's such a very pretty color, Misty Moonlight. Let's clean that off, and we're just gonna add some, what I love about this set is it already kind of gives you like a variegation look. It's how they designed it, which is what makes Stampin' Up! Stamps so awesome, which is why they hardly ever go on sale. But they are on sale right now, so you wanna take advantage of it while you can. All right, I'm gonna take a couple of these leaves with a pear pizzazz, and we are going to stamp some leaves on here. Oh, I actually want to do one more, I'm gonna stamp this one more time. And it's gonna be up here, just because I got my fingerprint on it too, but it'll be a pretty layering, I think. So, yep, that's good. I'll flip it back over so that I don't get that ink on my card. I did that once. I kept getting ink over my card because I was stamping onto the mat. Finally, one of my friends, I think it was Michelle, was like, Rhonda, you're stamping on the mat and it's carrying over to your card. So I was like, where is that ink coming from? So like, that's how you do. You like live and learn, you learn things. So now I'm done with this Misty Moonlight, and I'm gonna go to Pear Pizzazz, and we're gonna add in just the leaves. Now I'm gonna turn this towards me so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna add some of these leaves into this grouping of flowers. It's beautiful there. And then I wanna add in a couple more. I could have, instead of done this, I could have used, there's some roses in here too, which are beautiful. Let's do a couple more little leaves. We'll have them just coming off up here together. There you go. Beautiful. I love the Misty, and I don't want this one quite so dark either. I want to do a little bit of a variation look, so I'll go ahead and add on some leaves to this one. There. And then I can stamp it up here. There, the variation. All right, so this is gonna get glued down to, I'm so glad you guys are joining me today for my lunch break. So you know, every Tuesday and Wednesday, you can join me here for a lunch break with Rhonda, and we do at least one project. Today we're doing 3 projects, 3 simple cards. You know, we do fun folds and gift card holders and some boxes and just some really neat things. Today we're using just some simple, 3 simple cards using some of the stamp sets that are on sale. And then we're going to take our dimensionals and again pop this up. So I love that you are here, and you can count on it pretty much most of the time to be here for lunch with me. Now, I know it's not lunch for all of you. Some of you it's dinner time, some of you it's breakfast. I know you are all over the world, the different time zones. All right, I'm just about done, and I think they just finished the driveway or the parking lot out there. All right, and this is gonna go this way. Again, you could add on, I love this color combination, the Misty Moonlight and the Pear Pizzazz, then the little pop of the soft suede. You guys love that one too. And then last but not least, we're gonna go back. Again, we're using a lot of the same, we're gonna use those artistry sequins. These are ones that are kind of in shades of blue, so they go really pretty. And we're just gonna sprinkle some of those on in some of these little flowers. It just adds the sequins. Again, I love them because they're flat. And because they're flat, it doesn't give you any extra postage to ship them. But now it just adds that little special touch, if you can see that. All right, so there's 3 cards. I think all 3 take the exact same layout, but different color combinations. Which one's your guys' favorite? I love to hear that. Which was your favorite? The Dandelion Wishes. And then I used the, I think it's Tiny Flowers. I can't think of the name of it. Dainty Flowers. I don't know. It's one of my favorite embossing folders. My mind's drawing a blank right now. And then, of course, you have your matching envelope for that one. The other one is the His Love, where you stamp that. This one is so beautiful, Faith. And, of course, we still use the Wink of Stella. Then the last one is the Beautiful Friendship. And we have the matching envelope to go with that one too. So 3 quick and simple cards. I think that was like not very much time. And now I've got some cards to send out to people, even more cards to send out on World Card Making Day. So I do have a 24-hour Stampin' Up! Sale. I do have a host code that goes with it, and I'm giving out a free little package to everybody who puts in an order that's at least $50. You get to get a brand new embellishment. So you're going to get the sequins. I'll give you the sequins for free, gorgeous sequins. And then I'm also going to give you another embellishment. It's one out of a past catalog. It's brand new, but it's not in the current catalog. So you get 2 embellishments. They're valued at over $15. And I'm also gonna send you 5 free cards. So it's a great time. I will post you guys the link. You can read all about that if you want to. Or if you're on my email list, I sent it out like 3 times. I kept messing up last night. I should have just went to bed. But anyway, I sent it out to you as well. So let me know which one's your favorite. If you love these cards, make them and show them and share them. You can share this video, and you can also like it and love it, and that obviously makes me super happy. You guys are all over the place, but I think everyone is saying that the Misty Moonlight so far is the leading favorite of them all. Again, it's just, the blue hydrangeas. There actually really is blue hydrangeas, which is really cool, and but they're not very common. And this might not even be a hydrangea. I don't even know what flower this is. One of you guys might correct me on that, because I really don't know. I do know this is a cross, and I do know this is a dandelion, but I'm just guessing that this kind of looks like a hydrangea. All right, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for being here. It was so good to see you on my lunch break. I'm gonna go get back to work. We have 146 card club packets that we're getting ready right now. Nancy is directly across from me, packaging them up into their baggies, and then I gotta print all that postage. It's so fun. All right, you guys have a great day. Hey, I see some of my card club members are on there, so they'll be getting shipped out hopefully tomorrow or Friday at the latest. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.